Welcome to the Perfect Laboratory Management System. This application helps laboratories manage the full testing process in one place. You can register patients, create laboratory requests, add tests, track specimens, enter results, prepare conclusions, manage billing, print reports, send reports by email or SMS, and allow patients to view their results through the patient portal. The goal is simple. Every request should be easy to find, every result should be clearly recorded, and every report should be ready to share when the laboratory work is complete. Opening the laboratory page. On the laboratory page, the screen is divided into two main areas. On the left side, you can see the laboratory work lists. These include appointments, lab requests, and tasks. This area helps you quickly find what needs attention. On the right side, you work on the selected laboratory request. This is where you enter request details, add specimens, add tests, enter results, upload files, write conclusions, review billing, and print or send the report. At the top, there is also a shortcut menu for other laboratory areas, such as all requests, tests, patients, templates, inventory, billing, appointments, devices, reports, tasks, and email templates. Finding existing requests. To find an existing request, use the search box at the top of the request area. You can search by the request name, reason, patient name, status, or date. When you select a request, the full request opens on the right side. The lab request list also helps you browse recent requests. You can sort requests by date, priority, or last modified date. You can also filter requests by status, such as pending, specimen received, result entered, completed, or closed. This makes it easy for laboratory staff to know which requests are still waiting, which ones are in progress, and which ones are finished. Creating a new laboratory request. To create a new request, click New Lab Request. The system opens a fresh request with a new request ID, the current date, a default status of pending, and a default priority of medium. In the Request tab, enter the basic request information. Add the request name, the reason for the test, and select the patient. If the patient already exists, search and select the patient from the patient list. If the patient is new, you can add the patient from the patients page and then return to the request. You can also add a referrer if the request came from a doctor, clinic, or another healthcare provider. Once the main details are entered, click Save. The request is now stored in the system and can be tracked through the laboratory workflow. Taking and receiving specimens. After creating the request, open the Specimens tab. Click Take Specimen to record the sample collected from the patient. Enter the specimen name, specimen ID, description, location if needed, and any other required details. The system records who took the specimen and the time it was taken. If the specimen needs to be received by another staff member or at another point in the workflow, use the Receive button. This marks the specimen as received, records who received it, and updates the request status to Specimen Received. You can also print a specimen label from the specimen list. This helps the laboratory keep samples clearly identified and connected to the correct patient and request.
Adding tests to the request. To open the Test tab, use the search field to search and add a test to the request. You can add a single test, or you can add a panel that contains multiple tests. Each test can include units, normal ranges, specimen type, price, and a website URL. If a URL has been added for the test, you can open it from the test list to learn more about what the test is used for, how it is interpreted, or what sample is required. The test list is managed from the Test page, also called the Lab Test page. This is where you can add new test types or edit existing ones. For each test, you can set the test name, price, specimen type, SI unit, conventional unit, normal range, and parent test. The parent field is what allows the system to create test panels. A single test can stand alone, or it can be placed under a parent test. For example, you can create a full blood count test as a parent, then add children such as WBC, RBC, hemoglobin, platelets, and WBC differentials. The system can also work recursively, which means a child test can also become a parent for another group of tests. For example, full blood count can contain WBC differentials, and WBC differentials can contain neutrophil count, lymphocyte count, monocyte count, eosinophil count, and basophil count. When you add a parent test to a request, the system automatically brings in the child test under it. This saves time because the user can select the main panel once, and the system will show the full structure of tests that belong to that panel. If a test has a price, it can also be added to the bill automatically. You can choose between SI units and conventional units using the unit selector. This controls which unit and reference range is shown for the report. If you add the wrong test, use the delete icon beside the test to remove it before the request is completed or locked. Entering test results. After the test has been performed, enter the result values directly in the Test tab. Each test has a result field beside the test name. Type the result value into the field. The normal range is shown on the same line, so the person entering the result can quickly compare the value with the expected range. If the value is outside the normal range, the system highlights it to make review easier. When the result entry is complete, update the request status. For example, you can move the request from pending, or specimen received, to result entered, result checked, result approved, or completed, depending on your laboratory workflow. The timeline records status changes and important actions, so there is a history of what happened to the request.
Using analyzer and device connections. If your laboratory connects analyzers or external devices, open the Analyzer Interface tab. From here, you can connect devices, start or stop listening connections, send orders to supported outbound connections, and attach unmatched result events to the current request. This is useful when your lab equipment sends results electronically. Instead of entering everything manually, the system can receive device results and help match them to the correct laboratory request. If a result cannot be matched automatically, it appears in the unmatched or error queue, where staff can review it and attach it to the correct request. Connecting a device or analyzer. To connect a laboratory analyzer, open the Analyzer Interface tab inside the laboratory request, then click Connect Device. The system lets you create a device connection for the laboratory department. Give the connection a clear name, then choose the analyzer details, connection type, protocol, and direction. The connection type depends on how the analyzer communicates. For example, some analyzers use a serial connection, some use TCP or network communication, and others use a file watch folder where result files are dropped. The protocol can also vary, such as ASTM, HL7, FHIR, or a raw format, depending on the device. Use the direction setting to control what the connection does. An inbound connection receives results from the analyzer. An outbound connection sends test orders to the analyzer. A bidirectional connection can support both, depending on the device setup. After saving the connection, return to the Analyzer Interface tab. If the connection receives results, click Start so the system begins listening for incoming results. When results arrive, the system tries to match them to the correct laboratory request. If the connection sends orders, open the request, make sure the patient and tests are selected, then click Send Order. The system sends the current laboratory order to the analyzer through the selected connection. If a device result is received but cannot be matched automatically, It will appear in the unmatched or error queue. Open the correct request, review the result, and use attach to current request to connect that result to the open laboratory request. This helps reduce manual result entry, saves time, and keeps analyzer results connected to the right patient and request. Adding files and images. Open the Files tab to upload supporting documents or images. You can upload files such as scanned request forms, referral notes, images, or supporting report documents. Select a file to preview it in the file viewer. For image files, you can choose whether the image should be included in the printed report. This is useful when the final report needs to show charts, microscope images, screenshots, or other visual evidence. Writing the conclusion. Open the Conclusion tab to write the final laboratory, comment or interpretation. You can type the conclusion manually or use a saved laboratory template if your organization uses standard wording. Keep the conclusion clear and professional. For example, you may note that the results should be reviewed with the patient's clinical history, that follow-up testing may be recommended, or that the findings are within expected ranges. After adding the conclusion, save the request. Billing the request. Open the Bill tab to review the billing for the request. When tests with prices are added, they can appear as bill items. You can review the total, record payments, apply discounts, and manage the balance. The Expenses tab can be used to record costs connected to the request. Expenses can also be added to the bill where appropriate. This helps the laboratory connect clinical work with income, expenses, and accounting records. Managing reagents and inventory. Reagents and laboratory supplies are managed from the inventory page. When you add a reagent as a product, set the selling price to 0 if the reagent is not being sold directly to the patient. Then, when you add new stock, enter the cost price. This helps the system track how much you spent on reagent purchases and gives a clearer picture of profit when you review your accounting and inventory records. To record the amount of reagent used for a laboratory test, open the request and go to the Bill tab. In the Bill component, switch from services to products. Then select and dispense the reagent used for that test. The reagent will appear in the bill, and the quantity used will automatically be deducted from inventory. This helps the laboratory track reagent usage, monitor stock levels, and know when supplies need to be reordered. Tasks and internal follow-up. Open the Tasks tab to add tasks for the request. Tasks can be used for internal follow-up, such as asking a staff member to recheck a result, contact a patient, follow up with a referrer, prepare a sample for outsourcing, or review a pending report. Each task can include a title, description, priority, status, assigned staff member, and due date. Tasks help the laboratory team coordinate work without losing important follow-up steps. Printing the laboratory report. When the request is complete and the results are ready, click Print. The print page shows the laboratory report with the company information, patient details, request information, test results, normal ranges, conclusion, signatures if used, and any selected images. From the print page, you can print the report or download it as a PDF. The report also includes identification details, such as the request ID, printed by information, and barcode or QR code where configured. Emailing the report. To send the report by email, click Email. The system asks who should receive the report. You can send it to the patient or to the referrer if a referrer is attached to the request and has an email address. The system prepares an email using the laboratory report email template. You can preview and edit the message before sending it. The email includes a secure report link, so the recipient can open the laboratory result through the online report page. Sending the report by SMS. You can also click SMS to send a short message to the patient. The message includes the patient name, the laboratory test or request, the current status, the laboratory name, and the report link. This is useful when the patient needs a quick notification that the result is ready. Viewing results in the patient portal. Every laboratory request can generate a patient portal report link. When the patient opens the link, they can view the laboratory result online. This allows the laboratory to share results without requiring the patient to visit the lab in person, just to collect a printed report. Before sharing the link, make sure the request details, result values, conclusion, and patient information are correct. Completing and locking the request. When everything has been reviewed, set the request status to completed. After the request is completed, you can click Lock. Locking closes the file and prevents further editing. This protects the final report from accidental changes after it has been approved and shared. If a correction is required later, an authorized user can unlock the request, make the correction, save it, and lock it again.
Managing user roles and permissions. User roles and permissions are managed from the User Types page. A user type represents a staff role, such as admin, laboratory scientist, receptionist, billing officer, or inventory officer. Open the User Types page to create or edit a role, then give it a clear name that matches the work that staff members should perform. For each user type, set the home page. The home page is the page the user would visit once they log in. Then choose the pages that the role can access, such as the laboratory page, billing page, inventory page, or reports page. Next, review the permissions for each area of the system. Permissions control what the role can view, add, edit, delete, or configure. For laboratory requests, you can also control which request statuses the role is allowed to use, such as pending, specimen received, result entered, result checked, result approved, completed, or canceled. This makes it possible to separate responsibilities. For example, a receptionist may be allowed to create patients and laboratory requests, but not approve final results. A laboratory scientist may be allowed to enter and check results, while a supervisor may be allowed to approve, complete, lock, or unlock requests. A billing officer may have access to income, payments, and balances without needing permission to edit clinical results. After setting up the user type, open the Users page. The Users page is where you create staff login accounts. Enter the staff member's full name, username, password, contact details, and any other required information. Then select the correct user type for that staff member. When the user signs in, the system applies the pages, homepage, and permissions from the assigned user type. This helps each staff member see the tools they need while protecting sensitive actions from users who should not perform them.
Using appointments. If your laboratory uses appointments, open the Appointments tab on the left side. Here you can view upcoming laboratory appointments, filter them, and open each appointment. From an appointment, you can confirm the appointment, edit it, mark it as no-show, cancel it, view the patient file, or create a laboratory request directly from the appointment. When you create a request from an appointment, the system brings the patient and appointment details into the new laboratory request, helping reduce repeated data entry. Patients. The patient's page is where you manage patient records for the laboratory. Use this page to add new patients, update patient details, and keep important contact information in one place. This includes details such as the patient's name, file number, date of birth, phone number, email address, and any other information your laboratory records. Having accurate patient contact details is important because the system can use them when sending reports by email or SMS. When you open a patient file, you can review the patient's laboratory history. This helps you see previous laboratory requests, past results, and related records without searching through the full request list. You can also add notes to the patient file. Notes are useful for reminders, special instructions, follow-up comments, or any important information the laboratory team should remember when handling that patient. The patient file can also show billing information connected to that patient. This makes it easier to review invoices, see previous payments, check outstanding balances, and manage balance payments when a patient still owes money. In short, the patient's page is the patient's central record. It connects their personal details, laboratory requests, notes, reports, bills, and balances in one place. Laboratory reports and charts. The reports page helps the laboratory review activity, performance, billing, and trends. Use reports and charts to understand how the laboratory is performing over time. For example, you can review daily and monthly laboratory request charts to see how many tests or requests are being processed. You can also review turnaround time reports. Turnaround time shows how long it takes for a request to move from registration to specimen collection to result entry, approval, completion, and reporting. This helps the laboratory identify delays and improve service delivery. The reports page can also help with financial review. Sales and billing charts show laboratory income, payments, balances, and billing activity. This gives managers a clearer view of how the laboratory is performing financially. These charts are useful for managers, accountants, and laboratory supervisors. They help answer simple questions, such as how many requests were completed today, which periods are busiest, how quickly results are being released, how much income was generated, and which patients or requests still have outstanding balances. By checking reports regularly, the laboratory can make better decisions, improve workflow, track growth, and keep better control of both operations and revenue. Closing. That is the basic workflow in the perfect laboratory management system. Start with a patient and a laboratory request. Add specimens and tests. Enter the results manually, or receive them from a connected analyzer. Add a clear conclusion. Review, billing, and dispense reagents if needed. Then print, email, SMS, or share the report through the patient portal. By keeping the full workflow in one system, the laboratory can work faster, reduce errors, keep better records, and give patients and healthcare providers easier access to their results.